seen better days. I'll need some help fixing up the place. How's head of reconstruction and maintenance sound?
I'll get those loaders humming along for you, miss. Believe in Freddy.
And you, Timothy? What do you want?
Well, you know, you and I could... just get me the hell out of this place.
This is so glorious.
That's all you want. I can arrange a ship to take you as far away as you can dream.
Yeah, good. That's all I want.
All right then. What the hell are we waiting for? Let's take the jackpot.
It's tower time! Moxie, eyes and ears.
Bruh.
Someone? No, you were. I mean, I guess I was talking to you. Thanks for proving my point. Now let's finish up this mission.
I am okay. That was something. Yo, that was big-brained as fuck. I wish somebody was here to have witnessed that. That comparison falls super flat for me. Okay, well, fuck you, I guess. There's a red dot there that I haven't been able to... Oh, he's... Good.
He's just stuck.
And he won't die. She has a rocket stuck to her hand. She has a rocket stuck to her hand. Hello. I'm going to start doing things a little differently today when it comes to the YouTube channel. So when I switch games in casual play, I'm going to actually end and that recording and start another one, and we're going to upload those videos to YouTube separately. Secondly, on YouTube, I will be setting each upload a day apart at midnight my time. I like the idea of having a nice big chunky backlog in case I get sick or in case we have to go away for a while, or just things that will keep the uploads moving when I cannot stream or when I cannot make any content. That will not affect backlog streams. Backlogs are supposed to be mixed bags. As far as the Twitch channel is concerned, unaffected. Don't worry about it. Anyways. I think I've left the audio. No, yeah, we're good. Oh, right. I have a bunch of souls to trade in, I forgot. That's what we were doing when I just totally gassed out yesterday. Stop giving me these. I genuinely cannot describe how much I personally don't give a shit about the customizables. That's a Viv thing. Give those to Viv. Viv likes that shit. Do I have the, okay, we have the loot on, nice. Oh, for fuck. Whoa, what was that? My award will never be full, but that's 9103. How much space? I have like basically none space left. When it comes to legendaries, I typically I go ahead and save it, and then I will come back and look at it later. I have been curious about the Stab-O-Matic. I want to try that out. I do need to switch around my weapons because I have zero reason to give a shit about the sniper rifle anymore. Man, where were you before? I'll keep it. Piece of shit. Here's the thing, I'm never gonna use this. On a ward break, become untangible and create a shadow dummy nearby that taunts enemies. Effect resets on ward filled. My shit literally will never do that. Ever. Now, here's my question. That plus 25% maximum ward, is that reflected in the capacity? Because, like, okay, hold on. So... plus 25% would be more than what I have, so 13,776. No. It is, in fact, less. So yeah, that's not interesting. This, on the other hand, I don't know, man. Viv might, like... When taking damage while ward is full, summons a hammer. The hammers seek out nearby enemies, dealing melee and knocking them back. Viv might fucking love this. On the other hand, I have... Like, I've got a few shields that she'd probably almost certainly be into. Now, you know it'd be great? A decent armor for me.
Untested until, presumably, they get bored and give up. That's a brilliant plan, mate. Inspired, really. No show notes.
At this point, I have so much extra shit for her that I don't remember what all of it is.
To face your fears, and the embodiment of everyone else's fears too.
My god, we've still got so many souls left.
This'll hit the spot if I aim it right.
And I don't say this to everyone. Insert name.
Ooh. That's pretty hot. You know what's funny to me is that like the biggest SDU slot is for your bank, and I already have way more bank slots than I'm ever gonna need. Fuck you. So that's a chaotic greed warden vampire. That's definitely better than what I already had.
I can't even imagine the trouble you could get into with that.
This'll work. I mean,
Oh,
I may
whoops.
technically work, but this will work.
I've no doubt you'll find a way to decimate more baddies with it than I can even imagine.
Iridescent Butterboom. I don't know what that means. It doesn't sound familiar. That's, I guess, the important part. Frosting Stab-O-Matic. Oh, it's based on the enchanted. I don't think the Stab-O-Matic itself can be elemental. And I gotta say, the game is super about giving me these Merlin shotguns, man. Consumes 2 ammo per shot. Oh, right. This doesn't function the way that I was talking about. This is definitely not as good, unfortunately. Yeah, no. Yeah, I'd forgotten that this was what was coming up. I'd forgotten that I had left it at, like, all of this. Yo, that melee damage, though. Hold on, let me Let me look at something real quick. What is this? More movement speed, more frost efficiency. Okay, so let's see. That's 48.3. I want to test something. Unequip. Oh wow, I'm naked. God, this looks really dumb. Anyways, but let's look at that. So, is that 8% really worth, like, all of the madness of wanting it to be Berserker first? Because this is the skill I've really been focusing on. I mean, the melee attack speed seems pretty valuable. Like, I get... Oh, well, I get a different melee attack speed instead. Please, stop. I want to be able to see my character. Wow, that looks truly ass. Whatever, it's fine. Well, let's see, what was this? Okay, while moving. Yeah, you know what, that's fine. Here's the rub, though. The stats aren't right, but, like, I will start to pay more attention to Stabomancer Berserker armors. Okay, so yeah, those two stats at the top are genuinely different. Okay, now I've opened my eyes a little bit. Man, Filthy Oath, you piece of shit. Get out of here. Like I've said before, as it comes to magic spells, if it's not multiple charges, I don't care. Rain Bolt. I'll look at that. Yeah, I mean, it's just that shit again. I will say, like, as neat as Tidebreaker is, I do feel like... Hold on. We'll get back to that in a second. Let's put all of this shit away. Let's put that away. I do feel like I'm better off with the Merv Rain. No, it's not. It's Tord. This piece of shit. Well, I saw a slip and stun. Yo, I think I managed to catch all but one of those. Either that or that was a bum roll.
Nice melee. Not you are. Solve the problems. Not you are built. Deliverer, philosopher, lost souls.
Yeah, keep doing that, dude, because I could very much use an improved weapon. Like, if I'm gonna stay Twin Soul, what I'd really, really, really like it to be is Ice Vampire Ancient. I can already tell you I've got a better one of that. I've got a better one, got a better one, got a better one. Like, if it's not vampire, it's not even worth giving a shit about. Can these show up, like, I don't know if the Salt and Battery can show up with different elements. Okay, well, there's your answer. It can. If I had that ice element on this one, I would definitely give it a shot. %15% of your health, Jesus. You know what the real problem with this though is that it requires kills. I mean, like I'm sitting here thinking, like, if I'm in a boss fight where it's just me and one tanky bitch, not particularly useful. Plus 50% maximum health. Well, goddamn, that's considerable. I want an amalgam though, so bad, if I'm honest. And like that spell damage and melee damage increased by ability damage, that feels like it would be not that high. But I don't know how I would test it. I mean, that's another 41.7% ability damage. The big problem here is that fire rate is unnecessary and useless to me.
It's a good idea every now and then to just take a moment of quiet introspection, really look inside yourself.
Because see, everything here is useful. All of it.
Sorry, hadn't introspected in a while. I forgot how beautiful I am on the inside too.
Yeah, nah. It is interesting to see more examples of things that are possible. I think this is stronger than the one I have, but I mean, whoop-de-doo. I know there's a legendary armor that makes it where the soaked effect happens on enemies around you, just as a normal state of affairs. God damn it.
Bandits, skeletons, and loot galore. One loot, actually, mine.
Yeah, I've got over 150 slots left. I'm not at all concerned.
That is powerful order.
And here I thought these were one of a kind.
It's not indeed. Well, it shows it's saying that the females are unimaginably different.
Yo, did I catch all of them? No. Damn.
Is the real maker one of these wards, or is it you?
Everything's borrowed. Dreams, time, even life itself.
One of these days we're gonna do one of the super fun, high entertainment, crazy action streams of going through every legendary I have and seeing if I like which ones I should and shouldn't keep. Yo, I caught all of those. Sick. Oops. Alright, well it's spitting out more. We'll go ahead and hit that roll and get the hell out of here.
Did I make the cosmos? The stars? Everything is borrowed. Dreams, time, even life itself.
Sure, I guess. I don't know how that compares to the other one. I am almost certain. Area damage radius. That doesn't sound useful at all. Nah. Gun damage. Oh, good. A motherfucking berserker clobber, dude. Sweet Jesus. Yes? So that's just patently better than my like if my legendary was active all the time, it would be better than that legendary. I will, however... put it over this. Will I, though? I mean, that more or less guarantees a constant string of crits. And more melee damage. Yeah, the hell with it. This is what I'm going with. That is a disgusting roll, and I love it. I mean, I'm not sure what our Wicked Gospel, or Gossip? What our Wicked Gossip looks like. That might be the best dynamo that we've got. Oh, two spell charges plus an extra projectile. You know what? Nah. Oh, and that cooldown is pretty sick. I don't even know if it's like a good spell, if I'm perfectly honest. I know that these are kind of shit. But I don't have one that covers that. You know, like, let's look at this, let's look at this. It's just that shit? Man, what the fuck? I don't even know how many more souls I have. I know it's not like a huge amount at this point. Yeah, keep doing that. Alright, 192, we're basically done here. Yo, what the fuck? I caught all of them? That's bullshit. By the way, I need to look back in the chat logs from yesterday and see whoever suggested making Knowing Me, Knowing You into a step chart, because I did that. Before I went live today, I went ahead and did that. I genuinely cannot wait until it runs out of new customizables to give me so I can just not... Oh, I'm out. Good. Alright, cool. What the fuck? 11 million. It's not even good. Yet another gigantic buff to melee crit. So, like, literally, if I'm wearing this, I have a guarantee of crit. May. Oh, that's unfortunate. Class companions are dismissed. I don't have any of those. It's spell damage too, like for what? I gotta tell you this though, something like this, like I would have worn this while I was doing that Spore Warden shit just to get rid of the mushroom. Huge jump in melee damage. Guaranteed crit. And useless fucking companion damage. If that had been move speed, there'd be zero fucking question what was going on right now. I need the damage. I do. I need it. Please, please go away. I'm gonna keep this for now, though. The mouse cursor is always where I would prefer it wearing. A primordial tidebreaker, no multiple charges. So there's a sigil spell. This is the one that creates an AoE in a fixed space, but there's a sigil spell that casts around the owner where it's like basically an ice bubble that follows you. I don't think that there's a legendary variant of it. And because of that, it's like one of the only purple spells that I'm actually genuinely on the lookout for. Okay, so we're going to deposit these. We're going to put you away, and we're going to put you away. And then we're going to get out the stuff that I use for combat, and then we're going to do the chaos shit, because that's the goal, is to keep upping our chaos game. I don't remember what necklace I was using. It wasn't that one. Ah, yeah. 100% it was that one. Right, that one's for Viv. Oh, that one's definitely for Viv, 100%. Dude, that's about as fucking perfect as it gets, and it's a primordial. Mate, she is going to love that shit. Yeah, sorry, you're outdated as hell. So are you. I'll fuck around with those later. So, from what I can tell, there's no reason in the world that I shouldn't be landing crits on, I'm gonna say every hit, but if not every hit, close to every hit. Okay, yes, sir. Begin, do the fun. Would you stop running around like an asshole? Oh my god, dude. We chose the most annoying enemy types to be your first run with this setup. Neat. Fucking come on, dude. I don't mind saying that, like, I don't feel threatened, but I do feel really annoyed. What? Mate, come on. Yeah, eat my ass, game. Alright. Okay, yeah, we didn't have that. There's another legendary that dropped over here. Useless, but it's worth good money, so. I'd really like to interact with this. These both suck, but whatever. Oh, okay, so we do in fact still have some non-crits. I forgot to change my guns. Oh my god, the constant getting slapped around is just genuinely, it's the worst part about all of this. Or how they'll just casually walk out of my blender. These really should vanish when the stage is over. Like, let's be real, there's no reason why those should, like, persist. Cool. If it's worth 10k, we should grab it. Rendon Rupture. Workplace hazards. I don't know what that is. Non-boss encounters now have additional hazards. I mean, that's not different from, what was it called? Watch Your Step? I need a new melee weapon so fucking bad. That's what we're gonna put our crystals into for a bit. Although I was going to turn around and cast my action skill, but... Turned out that wasn't necessary at all. Nasty Spill is really not that bad. Anarchy genuinely sucks balls. Yeah. It's like Anarchy endgame can be really, really, really trash if you wind up in a situation where you actually need to aim at shit. I see that I've got new points. Oh, it's just you? Get scrubbed, nerd. He didn't even give me an amalgam, bitch. What did I pick that up for? Spectral Vengeance really, really does suck. Trust and Magic is like genuinely good. I don't know why, but it. Oh, because it gives me a huge boost to my ward, which gets in my setup it's just obscenely good. Trust and Magic is the shit. Because it converts it to more HP than it does ward. It's funny. Yo, what's up, Phoenix? How's it going? Just tired? Yo. That's the real feel right there. Yeah, pretty typical. It is what it is. Sit down, bitch. Hope that you're otherwise doing alright. You showed up right when a debuff was supposed to be a debuff, but ended up being, well, a huge goddamned advantage. Oh, I didn't even notice what the secondary objective was here. Yeah, Guacamelé's got, like... Guacamelee, unfortunately, has a lot of really bland music, but it has a few, like, really hot bangers in it. And I wish it had more, like, really hot bangers in it, because, like, you know, I like that Mexican flair, and I really want more, like, Hispania in the fucking playlist. But it's hard to find game tracks that have that, like, proper Latin flair. I hate these fucking things. Get out of my life, you bitch. I don't remember who it was yesterday that suggested it, but someone suggested turning Knowing You, Knowing Me from Say No More into a step chart. And I did that. And, like, I haven't, like, gotten out the pad and tried it on yet, but it looks like it's gonna be pretty solid. The thing about, like, making, like note charts for music and rhythm games is that, like, and it takes some time and discipline to learn, but it's one of those things where it's like, just because, like, it's like learning the difference between whether or not you like a game and whether or not the game is objectively well put together. Whereas, like, a song that you really love may not actually translate well to a music and rhythm game, and a song that you don't really love might translate exceptionally well. Like, for instance, on the second example, a song that I really don't like actually has an amazing step chart, and that song is called Hillbilly Shoes. I'm not at all a fan of that song, but it works out really, really, really well somehow. Alright, what's me second objective? Is it just go fast? Go fast! Please don't let it get away. You suck so bad! Oh my god, I hate you! just move on, because those flying things are assholes. Encounter clear, I love it. Ooh, it's the boss. So we're basically done here. For the love of fuck, please don't make me fight the Dragon Lord again. And since it's time for the boss, I'll just grab everything. It's not that I have any doubts that I could defeat the Dragon Lord again, I just don't want to. It takes too long. Oh, I didn't know that these were free. Not that that's necessary at all, but it's free. Banshee. I know that Banshee's got some gimmicks, I just don't remember what they are. I also don't know if I'll just be able to, like, ignore them by meleeing a bunch. We'll see. Very real possibility. Her HP is outrageous right now. Wait, what? Well, shit. I got that wrong immediately. But yeah, this is one of the gimmicks. She like the whole thing is supposed to be like covered in poisonous gook that you can't be in. And apparently, I have no problem being in it so long as I've got the melee going on. Thank you, vampire effect. I'm gonna keep my action skill at the ready until she does the thing again, which she is currently doing. Fucking come on, dude. I have no idea where I am in this map right now. Okay. All these crits. You know what's funny is this is supposed to be like her ace in the hole to fuck the player up, but like, if anything, it's mostly just giving me the opportunity to get as much damage in as possible. I thought I'd be able to get it done. Ah, come on, dude. There we go. I really badly need a better melee. Didn't quite hit the 6,000 range, but whatever, that's fine. What the hell? That's not the item that's almost always here. I say almost always now, because this one's different. Alright. Chaos 50 unlocked. Hooray! Okay, so these change over time, what legendary they're offering. Dazzler of the Unrelenting. I don't know what that is. Okay, there's only one melee. So there's not one that's like specific to a particular kind. That's unfortunate. Surely something in here is going to be worth having. Right? Something in there has got to be worthwhile. Not that one, though, unfortunately. Nope. 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 I don't even know what to... Under the Sea Merman, feast on Starship, blah blah blah. Melee attacks apply a lightning status effect. Affected enemies have a 25% chance to be struck by a lightning bolt periodically. Interesting. I've never seen that one before. I'm gonna keep that, but it's not a replacement for my... Oh, okay, hold on. No, I mean, that's good, but it's not, again, it's not a good replacement for my daily driver. Okay, what is this? I mean, I won't lie, that does look pretty sick. Unfortunately, it's a single charge. Yeah, so the 6 projectiles per cast, that's normal. Okay. What the hell? Okay, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, right. This reminds me that I should probably maybe potentially consider changing my weapons like I've been meaning to do this whole fucking time. Oof. Consumes 2 ammo per shot, though. Okay, so here's what I plan on doing. Oh, that's not the correct one. Hold on. God, that means like all but one of my weapons is ice. Oh, you know, I really should be paying attention to these rings. Yeah, those aren't good. Okay, that's fine. Oof. Oof. Snap, crackle, pop. I'm digging that shit. There's a shield that I've been working on. No, not deposit. That is likely just going to eat the moon orbs that I have. Should I even... Yeah, that's the one. And it keeps on not... 4,000? Bruh! We're up to, like, the huge cost now. And it still won't give me what I want. I'm probably about to give up on that one. Oh, fuck this side objective. This shit is dumb. I fucking hate these things. God damn. Fuck you.
I spin the bottle, but the bottle is a sword.
No, god damn.
Like a bastard head.
Just get shit on, dude. Come on. I'm so over these fucking eye bastards. Render Rupture is fine. Make sure that none of, yeah, definitely had some crystals drop down here. God damn it. We gonna have any enemies, or have we reached the point of encounters optional? What's going on? Game, come the fuck on. You just gonna run now? Christ, this isn't annoying at all. Zero chance that I save this. Yeah, because they won't drop motes. That other fucking asshole enemy took 8 years to die. What a shit side objective, though, bro. Like, come on. Everything is spawning in the most dipshit location possible. Oh, Christ. Anarchy's not awful. That's a hell of a lot more acceptable than fucking Elemental Overflow. Elemental Overflow was in the never take that department. Oh hey, it's more of this shit. Man, where the fuck are the enemies? Cool. It gives you this, like, essentially speedrunner-esque, like, weird side objective, and then it doesn't give you any of the things you need to be even vaguely capable of doing it. Perfect example. Nothing is dropping moats, dude. Okay, we've actually got fucking enemies around now. Give me the thing. Ugh, okay. Shit, side objective is shit. Though it's not as shit as, like, there's a side objective for taking down enemies while you're on quote-unquote sacred ground, where it's basically a King of the Hill side objective. And that can fuck all the way off. That can fuck off in the most extreme possible way. And it's mostly because, like, what tends to happen is enemies will either never come close to you, or, my personal favorite, they'll constantly knock you out of that area. Boy, I'm sure that this is making the, Why did he die that quickly? What? I was about to say, I'm sure that that's making the bit rate utterly untenable. Doesn't have multiple casts. Deeply unfortunate. What the fuck? I really, really, really wish there was some armor that I could find and equip that would make it where enemies can't just, like, slap you around. Just a heavy status effect. That's what I want. Buff of heaviness.
Sorry, that was supposed to be a warning shot.
Or that little slap it did right there where that would at most push me away a couple inches. That's what I want. That would be great. It'd be freaking great. Fucking whore. It's a tootin' type. He's trying to knock me away, but I'm stuck on some shit. Okay, cool. You know, I mean, those really aren't that fucking expensive sometimes. I really should be looking into investing in those when it makes, like, particularly for damage. Yeah. I'll start chiming in for things that increase my actual damage output, because, like, we are definitely at a point where, good God, it's taking forever. Oh no, a coiled Centura, whatever, what I do? There's like the only thing about her that's like genuinely annoying is that she can turn in like semi-invisible, I guess. I don't think I actually managed to kill the Centura. That sucks. We had enough, like, randos swarming around that I got confused. Oh well. Yeah, roguelite is the absolute never ever 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 take this modifier. So what roguelite does is it makes it where your fight for your life status never happens. So under normal circumstances, when you lose all of your shield and HP, you go down to one knee and you enter, well, I mean, in this it's called Save Your Soul, where if you kill an enemy before your meter runs out, then you revive. Roguelite makes it where there is no Save Your Soul state. So you lose all of your Warden HP and it's just like a typical first-person shooter where it's like, well, I guess you get to die now. Alright, so let's look around for, like, melee upgrades. What even is this? Dark magic. Piss off. I see this, and therefore I want this. Somehow Viv, like, it's weird. Viv has worse eyes than I do. Like, she can't see nearly as well as I can in general, and yet she spots things a lot easier than I do. It's very weird. Now see, usually these skulls are just not that goddamn far away. They're usually very, very close. Oh, fuck you. Of course not. Whatever. Between these two, this is probably the worst one to go through because all the reward is it's the spectral die in the middle is just it's just random bits of loot, and I have yet to see one of those give a decent bit of loot. It's always crap. Where?
Work this out and we'll walk away.
Oh, piss off, dude.
That one's mine. Don't touch that.
Some of these enemy types, like these crabs, like, they're literal short-range enemies. They can't, like, some of these crabs literally cannot do anything except for get up in your face and do melee and shit. So it's real, like, it makes sense to me that the zombie gunner might jump away to a higher platform, because that dude has ranged options. But, like, some of these crabs literally don't, and they jump away, and it's weird. Like, why? Why bother jumping away? Okay, that's an odd utility upgrade. Nah. Nah. Like I said, like, I'm pretty much only curious about getting damage upgrades, and what is that? Is that an action skill, something or other? Critical damage. Yeah, fuck it. It's boss fight time. Yo, is this gonna be, Zomboss? Right, these are free. It is Zomboss. Yo. I love it. Like, even if he goes down slow, who gives a shit? It's just Zomboss. This dude's a wiener. Like, there's no universe in which Zomboss becomes a threat. Like, this fight could literally last days, and it wouldn't matter because Zomboss is a wiener. I say it wouldn't matter. Nobody wants to do days worth of Zomboss, I know, but like... He's just not a problem under any circumstance. Oh no, he did a damage to me, I guess. I'm kind of using this as an opportunity to farm crystals. Hell yes. Sir. Oh, whoops. You see what this wiener is up to, dude? He can't even, like, really damage me. I kind of feel like I could just sit still and this would not threaten me. I mean, I'm not gonna, but I kind of feel like I could. Even his ads are just wieners. You saw that one, like, just haplessly walked right into the blade and fell over. Bitch. Oh, well, I guess that's over. How very threatening. Don't know how I survived. Here, for the moment, let's only pick up things that are worth 10k or more. and then I'll start to pick up other things. Inventory full. Get this non-10K having piece of shit out of my face. Didn't make it to 6K again. I mean, the box in the center of the room will maybe possibly get me there, so I'm not like super worried about it. Wait, what was that one? Not multiple casts. Deeply unfortunate. I don't know, like, I've never seen that one with multiple casts, so I'm starting to wonder if that's just not a thing for that particular one. Okay. A sit, bruh. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, mate. Ugh. I don't have any fucking money. I don't even know why I'm looking at this shit. Mage Staff of Edginess. Melee attacks create up to 3 fissures that stake out nearby enemies, dealing up to 110% weapon damage as spell damage. Damage is split between all fissures. That's... Yo, what? When you cast a spell, summon a frost rune under... Okay. Yeah, I have survived the Chaos Chamber, thanks. Okay, yeah, I definitely 100% still need... I need a better melee weapon. I need it real bad. No legendaries at all? Man, fuck you. I wonder if I brought my loot luck stuff with me and switched to it before doing these, if I would have like an improved chance of getting good things. Okay, you know what? How does this compare? Because that Archmage shit isn't necessary. Yeah, unless I see something else in here that's worthy. Okay. I'll try this. It's not ice, though. Now, is that going to make it where when I hit an enemy, I will get both the initial strike and the follow-up strike at the same time? Because I'll like that. I'm also not sure if this Ragnarok shit comes in like different elements. It might. I just don't know. See, the benefit to the shield that I have right now, though, is that when enemies, like, melee attack me while I have any shield active at all, it hits them back, and when it breaks, it creates a Frost Nova. But this is something that Viv would probably love quite a bit. Companion damage, fuck off. No. Nah. No. Okay. So I'll go out into the world and try this on. Let's see, what all do I have on me? We'll put away with this shield, and then I'm gonna warp somewhere. I don't know how much shit that I have for Viv right now. A lot. Too much, really. Okay, so that creates a little bit of screen shake when it disperses. That seems not great, if I'm honest. Here, yeah. Let's see, like... Let's see if it gives me, like, double the vampire, because... Nah, the beams coming off of it do not trigger that. Wait, no, that's not the one I wanted to try. Come on. What? Something was immune. This is genuinely still stronger somehow? am not sure I understand why that would be the case. Chunkier criticals, maybe? Okay, well... Yeah, Ragnarok shit is not impressive. Even more shameful, that purple sword that I bought is also not that impressive. So why would that be, I wonder? 293 versus 215. I genuinely don't understand. Oh, maybe it's the enchantment? I mean, no, it shouldn't be. Like, that number's not that... It's not that fucking different. It just is. It's just worse, and I couldn't tell you why. Quoi? What the hell's a Todd Howard? / should I be glad that I don't know what the hell a Todd Howard is? I guess I'd have to be a Bethesda fan to understand. Sir, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to ask you to cease all operations in the area. Oh, I don't know then. I don't get the context. All I know is that Bethesda games have a nasty habit of having content in them that just doesn't work. I suppose that's the point, right? Yo, that's a lot of cap. 9151. And it's adaptive. I'll look at that later. I don't know if it matches the one I have or not. I think we'll do one more.
Choose, Rainmaker.
Oh hey, the Sacred Ground thing. We're not gonna do that. Especially not with these dickheads. Like, this is the knock you out of the Sacred Ground team. Shit loads of visual noise. I don't have any, like, inherent opinions on open world games, because I've seen it done well and I've seen it done poorly, you know what I mean? Like, I've always acknowledged the Elder Scrolls series as game that is well designed that I am not at all interested in. I played New Vegas, which I'm told is like one of the best possible entries in the series, and so this is how my entire experience with New Vegas went. I had acknowledged before going in that Fallout was one of those series that lends itself really well to you, like, setting arbitrary limitations on yourself and, like, giving yourself a challenge, like, say, playing with only pistols, for example. And so, of course, I was all about, like, alright, well, since melee is a thing in this game, I'll do a challenge of only punches, because of course I did. That's me. That's how I do things. At first, you know, it made encounters really complicated. You had to be really careful on how you approached everything. But believe it or not, even in a game like that, after a while, when you focus all of your energy into making melee really viable, Melee became genuinely overpowered. Like, really, really, really overpowered. The only thing that threatens a melee setup in that game is if you just happen to... if you happened upon a situation where there's a whole group of enemies that all have shotguns, it's pretty much the only time that you're ever going to have a problem. Aside from that, that game sure does love to crash. Like, it loves to crash. It is so goddamn crashy, and the further you get into the game, the crashier it becomes. I assume that's because the further you get into the game, it's juggling more details about, like, the maths between all of the different characters involved. And then it just ends up with an overflow of some kind, I can only assume. There was a mod I ran into that was literally the whole purpose of the mod is this is supposed to make the game crash less. Emphasis on less. It just says less. Because it still crashes, and I would say it still crashes often enough that it's just not worth playing. Some people would say, well, play the console version, it doesn't crash. Like, yeah, but then I'm playing with fucking a controller, and it's a first-person game. I'm gonna take a hard pass on that. Fallout 3 also crashes. I wonder if it crashes as much. I know that there were some people that said, like, in the threads that I was able to find, I did see some entries of people saying that they never had any issues with crashes. But, like, there was an acknowledgement across the board that some people do have the problem and some people do not. I had the problem. And, again, it was often enough that you were just kind of fucked. I also just... I'm, like, and maybe this is just the whiny bitch in me. This has less to do with, like, objective fact and reasoning and more to do with just the kinds of things that piss me off as a gamer. I really, really, really deeply dislike things in a game like that make a, like I've chosen this particular build. Oh, that means that this quest line is utterly uncompletable. Under no circumstances will you ever complete this quest line because you don't have enough charisma, or enough science, or enough lockpick, or whatever the fuck. Oh, dude, okay, so this is another thing that I remember being really, really pissy about in Fallout New Vegas. So, Fallout New Vegas has a couple of stats descriptions that are flagrant lies. I don't remember what the stat was called, but one of them, the description literally says that increasing this stat increases your movement speed. It doesn't. It doesn't at all. In fact, there's apparently several stats that just flagrantly do not do what they say that they do. And, again, there is a mod out there that the whole purpose of the mod is just to make the stats do what they fucking say they do. Which, I gotta be honest, I approve of that, but at the same time I was like, I don't know, my fist-only build is already way too busted, even though the stats are lies. I fucking hate this thing, dude. Yeah, if they're done wrong, then they do feel super empty. Like, as much as I'm not okay with supporting Warner Brothers products at this point, I'll use the Batman series as an example. Like, Batman Arkham Asylum is arguably not that open, but Arkham City is pretty goddamn open. But Arkham City never felt empty to me. So I was genuinely excited about Arkham Knight when it got announced. Until they announced that they were going to include, due to great demand, they were going to include the Batmobile. And I hated that idea right from the start. And as soon as that got announced, I was no longer interested. And I could tell you exactly why. It's like, well, they're putting fast car in the game, which means they're going to have a whole lot of space for you to drive around fast, cool car. Which means that there's going to be a lot of space that has fuck all in it. I was right. I was 100% correct. I don't remember what Bulwark Buddies does. It's not Buff Buddies. Is this the one that makes them invincible unless you destroy this thing? I think it is, and on boss fights that can get really nasty. Anarchy sucks, but it's not nearly as bad as Bulwark Buddies, if it's the one I think it is. Yeah, and I mean, that's fair. Open worlds and empty space is definitely a problem. And like I said, like, I've seen examples of open worlds done well, but there's... I mean, we can both be adults here and accept that there is an infinitely larger number of examples where it did not. Like, I'll say, for instance, much as I don't like the game, Elden Ring. Elden Ring's open world looked like it went fairly well. I mean, it's a little too boss spammy because they were trying to fill all the space, but it isn't empty. We definitely cannot assert that that game is empty, because it's definitely not. Well, right, because there's shit in the city. Like, that city, there's stuff in the city everywhere. And even when there's no, like, encounters, there's something. And it's not even about it necessarily being condensed, it's about it being populated. Like, you can have a map as big as the whole goddamn everything. That's not the part that matters. The part that matters is that it's actually populated with shit. Well, populated in a way that isn't stupid. Where they tried to put too much stuff into it? No, yeah, because, like, again, there's a difference between it being populated and it being fluffed to hell and back. And, yeah, I mean, it happens one way or the other. There's really no getting around it. It's like the difference between content and fluff. Like, it's good to have side missions. Side missions are good. They give you more content. They give you more game. That's excellent. Love that shit. Let's go with that. Searing Tether. Oh yeah, I remember what that is. But what's bad is when that side content is just kind of nonsense. Like, there's like this side mission in Final Fantasy VII Remake, which I know that we're talking about FF7R, which is already a problem. But there's like this side mission where you spend about 20 minutes chasing a cat. Like you get near the cat and then it fucks off to a different part of the city. and then you find it and you get near it and it fucks off again, and you repeat this cycle like 4 times before genuinely Cloud just says, "Hell with this." Top content. Also, I identify the irony of referring to a mission about changing a cat as fluff, but genuinely. And, like, I'm not saying that nonsensical side missions are inherently bad either, because there's, like, plenty of nonsensical side missions in the Yakuza series that are really, really good. Like the diaper play side mission, where those mobsters, like, are into some shit, and it doesn't go well. That's hilarious, but it's also, like, a genuinely fun side mission, because there's, like, combat and humor. That's Yakuza for you. I kind of, like, I'm over the combat in the Yakuza games that are, like, trying to do, like, action combat. But I am kind of curious about the turn-based RPG shit that they tried on. Is it bad that I think that that's funny? I remember, like, when I did that Save the Arcade marathon that I put together, and Tapioca did a couple of games, and one of them was Yakuza 2 Kiwami, and I made the mistake of asking him if there was any content, like anything else he'd like to show, and then he was like, actually. And then as soon as like I heard his tone of voice, I was like, oh god damn it, this was the wrong question to ask. What have I done? So yeah, of course he did the diaper play side story. It was good content, but at the same time, god damn it. You know, I could probably do a step chart to this one too. I did one to Wild Horseradish Jam, which wound up being a much more active song than I thought it was. Extra life. I haven't had a problem of actually dying. I think I've died once ever in the Chaos Chamber. Like, I'm still working on melee critical chance as though, like, I don't already have melee crits just out of fucking control. Oh, has he genuinely said that? I didn't know that he was having that issue. He, like, I'm not gonna lie, Tap tends to be a bit of a nonsense content enjoyer. I mean, there's also the possibility that, like, a lot of their quote-unquote nonsense content appeals more to a Japanese audience than a non-Japanese audience, but I don't know. It would be hard to have that conversation without somebody from within that culture to ping off of. But I do know that, like, when... And I thought that this was absurd. Like, when they hadn't released Ishin for Western audiences, they had an assumption that Western audiences wouldn't get any of it. Like, they're like, yeah, people aren't gonna like this and they're not gonna understand. And it's like, I promise you, if you take anything samurai to the Western audiences, whether they understand it or not, is irrelevant. They're gonna like it because Western audiences are dumb and they like swords. I mean, yeah, that's possible. Where? I could have sworn that I... Oh, there it is. For some reason, I thought I was looking for this color. And I thought I remembered it being over there somewhere. Did I look for the other buffs? So that's range... Nah, I don't need any of this. I'll take that over that real estate shit in Zero. But I mean, at the same time, I am made very much aware that that shit lasts for pretty much the whole fucking game. Just about everybody that I've discussed that one with was like, sure, it was okay, but it lasted way too fucking long. Now granted, keep in mind, I'm also speaking from a bit of a point of ignorance, because I have not interacted with the content myself. Genuinely, like, the only Yakuza that I've actually enjoyed was the OG stuff. And, like, part of it was because they are objectively not particularly good games. They're just not. But, like, the jank was kind of part of the charm for me for some reason, because that's usually the opposite of how my brain works. I would have been down for that, for sure, for sure. I thought that that's what they were gonna do when they originally, like, because Sega came out and made that statement, right, where they were like, we're going to invest more in games that we haven't released on PC, and we're going to put those on PC. And I was like, yes, please do that. pretty much everybody that I know that has played 3, that has now played Kiwami 3, has reacted with essentially the same thing, which is, oh, it's the same horrible shit, but now it's prettier. Ooh. I mean, there's all of that, but I think that they're just, like, allergic to the idea of making like, an actual combat system. Because, like, Yakuza has, like, the thread of a combat concept, but, like, let's be real. There's not, like, genuinely good utility choices in your combat. It's just, oh, this'll do damage. Oh, I guess now that'll do damage. But there's like not a move set for zoning or a move set for juggling or moves like there's different move sets, but their utility doesn't really change all that much. I mean, did 3 have interesting combat stuff? Tapioca's complaint with 3 OG was that, like, they had, quote, balanced everything so hard that nothing is particularly useful. And, like, to be fair, like, I'd say, and this is a painful thing to say, but the first game's combat is genuinely the closest that the series ever got, I think, to having, like, an actual combat system where there are choices to make that are good or bad choices on what you can decide to do. Like, sometimes the kick combo is a good idea, sometimes it's not. Sometimes the gut punch is a good idea, sometimes the uppercut is a good idea. Like, there were reasons to do or not do certain things. But then Yakuza 2 is like, oh, if you know about the nuts and the way that works, oh, just gut punch pretty much the entire fucking game. Ugh. This music genuinely fits what's going on right now, I think. Oh, well, yeah, in Yakuza 2 OG, like, the very first quote-unquote boss that you fight is Daigo, and, like, the optimal strategy is to keep him looped so that he cannot go into his, Well, I guess in that case it's not like a desperation move or anything, but, like, he drops to one knee so that you can do your special heat finisher, but really that just eats up more time, so you don't really want that to happen. So if you buffer your gut punches properly, then he never quite manages to fall to his knee, and you can just skip that shit. I mean, like, I think honestly, this all comes from the same kind of brain poison that caused so many problems in the Batman combat games. Because, like, in Arkham Asylum City and Night, Batman does, like, combat moves that are just unrealistically, stupidly, like, flashy. And, like there's cases where, like, you'll do a move and he'll just turn around and, like, BAT! Done. But then there'll be times where he'll, like, jump up in the air, spin around, backflip, and then, like, forward roll into, like, a dropping kick, and, like, bruh, I could do my taxes before that fucking kick lands. And, like, I know why. It's because they want the game to feel cinematic. And the idea of trying to treat gameplay like a fucking Hollywood action sequence is mental. Oh yeah, Kiwami 1 as well. There's, like, Kiwami 1 is, the speedrun is pretty much all about one-shot killing bosses, isn't it? Or do I have them backwards? What I knew before I even got around to trying to fuck around with the Kiwamis was that in the speedruns they were both pretty much already about just, like, one-shot killing bosses, and I was like, wow, that sounds dumb and boring, I don't want it. And then I didn't fuck around with them. But then I watched people playing them, and I was like, yo, I'm real glad that I never fucked around with this. I mean, I know in one of them it's that, that muscle soda shit, right? If memory serves, in Kiwami 2, wasn't there, like, some weird shit about, like, weapon stacking? Again, I haven't interacted with the content myself, so I'm just trying to play off of memory here, so I'm probably super wrong. But this is what I think I remembered. Oh yeah, nothing quite like it making perfect sense in a scenario where you do, like, 50,000 damage, but the damage cap is fucking 2 HP away. Hooray! Okay, yeah, that's being favorited immediately. Yeah. Yeah, they definitely don't know how to make combat action games anymore. That's why I said I was interested in the turn-based game, because it looks like they actually have some kind of genuine design philosophy on that one. See, I really like games like that where if I'm clever enough, I can devise a way to completely crush something. And that if I've figured out how to get that to happen within the rules I was given, then I deserve to be able to do it. That's the way I feel about this kind of shit. Just like, let me be clever if I've achieved clever, just let me be clever. Don't arbitrarily limit my ability to be clever. Damn! Damn! If that had been Warrior Vampire, this would have been so fucking good. I still didn't get anything worth having from that. That might be better than the one I had. I think that's one of those things I really liked about Final Fantasy 12 as well. Like, I mean, like, there's a lot of people talk shit about 12, but 12 actually does give you like enough freedom to go away from like this is obviously the path that you follow to progress the story. But unlike other Final Fantasy games, you can totally decide to do off-the-wall shit and go, like, complete a path in a direction that has nothing to do with where it wants you to go. And it's really, really, really interesting, the kind of shit that you can get up to. I want loot luck. All I want on this is the loot luck. Fuck you! Man, the grind past Chaos level 50 is fucking kind of extreme, not gonna lie. But I mean, like, I can see why. Because, like, 50 is the first level where you get Ascended Gear drop chance, and then it's all about grinding for the drop chance to be more and more and more and more skewed up to Ascended. It's like, I get it. I understand what's going on with that, but, like, damn. Heirloom of the Murderer. Excellent. Let's see, how much Muns do I have? I'm gonna see if I can afford an SDU, and then we're gonna probably switch games. Sounds like the thing to do. Yeah, I can afford that one. And now I have no money! Wait, yeah, this is the fastest way to get to where I was going. Oh, shit. Alright, well, while I figure this out. Okay, I'm pretty sure that that's all of them. That one's definitely crap. I was about to say, that's usually his flavor. One of those I'll give to Viv. It's funny because that's usually how, like, Borderlands games work for the, like, not this one. This one is almost entirely nonsense content, but that was sort of the point. But in the mainline games, typically all of the actual plot stuff is, like, small amounts of humor, but for the most part played pretty straight. And then all of the hilarious, well, I say hilarious, all of the humor, if you vibe with it that way, is like the side quests, the side missions, the stuff that isn't mandatory. Oh, alright. There's a Yakuza 8. Wait, isn't 8 the turn-based one? Oh, that, yeah. Okay, I gotta be honest. When I saw, the first time I ever ran into what I may have already said what's up, Jesse, but what's up, Jesse? The first time I ever saw the speedrunners talking about infinite wealth, I kept on seeing it in the context of routing infinite wealth. So what I thought that meant was that there was an infinite money glitch discovered and that they were now routing that. I'm dumb and bad. Anyways, I'll be back. Sweet Jesus, that was so worth it. So, like, watch right now. I'm just gonna let all of my phalanx doctrine fall off.
Hold on, I'm still not watching your stream. I don't usually have your stream actually up because that takes away from, you know, what I can get. Or the game starts lagging a bit if I have too many things.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I wasn't watching any of that.
It's fine. It hasn't gone away.
That's a lot of speed.
And this isn't even sprinting. This is just like, I'm just walking here. Hey, I'm walking here. Oh, and I grabbed a ledge. Wait, really?
Yeah, no, Splicer is listed as number 1, and then number 2 is Melrose.
What the fuck? So grabbing a ledge when this happens results in some crazy shit.
Oh my god. the first one. I guess it happens again. Hang on. Holy shit! Where are you? Where are you going?
Bye, stage. It was nice knowing you.